Next up, let's put the spotlight on the oil market because that continues to trade near that $62.8 per barrel in the global market. It is down 0.5% today, but remember it ended with an uptick of nearly 1% in trade yesterday, and as I mentioned, currently it is trading near that $62.8 per barrel mark in the global market. Remember, US continues to lead efforts to end the Russia-Ukraine war. This could mean higher supply of oil in the global market, and that is precisely the reason we have seen Brent cool off quite a bit from the $70–75 per barrel mark that we have seen a few months ago. Brent crude has now cooled off to nearly $62–63 per barrel mark in the global market. But another important trigger to watch out for will be the OPEC Plus meeting that is scheduled to happen over the weekend. Remember, OPEC Plus, when they met on the 5th of November, they had clarified that they will be hiking output for the month of December, but pausing any kind of output hike of oil in the January to March 2026 period. So any kind of commentary that comes in from OPEC Plus with respect to global oil demand environment, with respect to hiking or pausing their production output, that will be keenly awaited. So all eyes will be on oil market later this week when the OPEC Plus meeting is scheduled to happen. Meanwhile, let's also talk about the yellow metal, and gold is now trading near that $4,150 per ounce mark. It is down 0.3% today, but remember, it ended with an up of nearly 0.8% in trade yesterday. There's hope of another Fed rate cut in the meeting that is scheduled to happen in the month of December. Nearly 80% analysts are now expecting a 25 basis point rate cut in the final meeting of calendar year 2025. So any kind of commentary that comes in from Federal Reserve officials with respect to rate cut will continue to be a trigger for the global crude oil and the global yellow metal market. So that's as far as oil and gold is concerned, but several other commodities continue to remain in focus. Which are those and what are the factors driving the move? Kanishka is now joining us to decode exactly that.
Yes, today let's put the spotlight on platinum as well as steel. First, let's talk about platinum. Now, this one is surging in trade today, up more than 2.5% to hit a more than 1 month high. Why? Because the big trigger is China has launched a physically settled platinum futures contract, which has boosted demand and also increased investor participation. China's platinum imports, they've also more than doubled in the month of October. This is ahead of a tax rebate that was due, and hence the imports have increased. This with the market already pricing in a third year of supply deficit, which is also lifting the prices further. So yes, that's about platinum. And now talking about steel. Steel is also in focus because Canada has imposed a fresh 25% tariff on several steel derivative products to protect its domestic industry. Now, the tariff impact nearly is 10 billion Canadian dollars. That impacts, this is the impact that will have on imports. This includes many US-made items as well, raising the risk of renewed trade tensions between US and Canada. Canada has also extended tariff relief deadlines for one final time, signaling a more protectionist stance coming from Canada. And that's why both platinum and steel are moving in trade today.
Okay, so platinum and steel in focus on the back of several factors. Kanishka, thanks so much for joining us with all those details. But as promised,